Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be back again for another video upload for everybody. Today, we are talking about vision board check in. That's our topic for today. We'll be talking about vision board check in. Welcome to my channel, Regal Exalted King. My name is Cynthia. Here we exalt the Lord, we exalt King Jesus, we grow in our faith, and we find purpose. Yes. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that notification button for so you will be notified for any new and upcoming videos. Thank you so much for coming on and tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're talking about today vision board check-in. Moving forward, your vision, your mission, finding your purpose, dreaming big, big dreams, daring to take that steps or those steps to do what you have to do in order to move in. So this is about all of those who have signed up for the workshop from the fourth quarter 2023, moving into the first quarter here of 2024. Once again, we're excited. I'm here to do a check-in. Hopefully everyone has started, have kind of measured out it goes at least one. If you have not started, please begin to start. It is so important that you do that. Yes. So some of you may have had your resolutions. Some people do resolutions at the beginning of the year, 2024. What is this, March now? We are in the second week, March. And sometimes when you have made resolutions from the fourth quarter moving into the new year, things start to kind of go down, like, oh man, you thought you had it set and ready to go. But listen, this is time for a check-in. This is a pick-me-up. This is a boost to tell you, hopefully you are doing something. And if you have not started, please begin. I wanted to come on just a little bit to talk about that. Please don't be discouraged. You're trying to figure out what's your next move. If you still may be a little foggy, with trying to decide about what you want to do and where you want to go. Believe it or not, either way, whether you put something down on paper or not, it says write the vision. We have write the vision, write out your goals, write out your dreams. Is something that you must do in order to move forward, because you want to be able to look at it. It needs to be recorded. So I wanted to come on and kind of remind everybody to stay the course. Stay the course no matter what it looks like. Stay the course. And some of the things that I felt like the Lord was telling me to talk about is resistance and consistency. There's a couple other things, maybe a few other things, but persistence and being consistent. Resistant is a lack of enthusiasm, refusal to accept or fight off. We cannot resist change. Things are going to be changing. I don't care what you look at, how you look at it. Things don't stay the same. We are constantly moving forward or progressing forward. And so if you're feeling stuck and stagnant, you've got to find ways of knowing where you are with your strengths and your weaknesses, and find a way to move ahead, to move forward, to launch, to take that risk and move forward. Consistent is acting uh, on something that has been done or in the same way over time. Consistent, it's dependable, it's reliable, it's harmony. So resistance and consistency. See, we can't be vague about what we want to do, about our destiny and about our dreams. We can't be vague about it. We can't be nonchalant about it. And so you got to find ways to encourage yourself. You know what you need in order to give you that boost. I talked about that in the workshop. I talked about that on some of the other previous videos. You may want to be around some other ladies. But at the end of the day, or you have groups where there are men and women in the groups, and they're talking about vision, helping you to move forward in areas of your life. So some of us need that support, and then there are times where you may not have that support. So you have to step out in faith either way to move forward in your dreams. So I talked about your goals, goal setting, purpose planning, Goal setting. I'm telling you all, please be specific. You got to take the time out to get before the Lord, get some quiet time, know what it is you want to do. And remember, I said one step at a time, one day at a time, because for some of us, it may be overwhelming. It's too much, right? You have a whole lot already on your plate. You're busy. And then we're coming on telling you, you need to write the vision or put your vision together, dreams. Well, listen, if you don't, it will be another year. We are now moving into the second quarter. That's why I'm doing a vision board check-in to see how everybody is doing. And I pray and hope that all is doing well, all is doing great. Even if you have not started, still, you still are thinking about it and you're ready to jump in. You may be thinking about jumping in the second quarter. It's nothing wrong with that. You can start your vision board. You can start it at any time. But please tune into the spirit, tune into you, the authentic you, to know when you need to take that jump, take that leap of faith. And so, what you do in your goal setting, you are writing things down in details. Specific times. What's the time frame you want to complete it? Okay, all of this will depend on cost of classes. If you're taking classes, the cost of what you're trying to do, because remember, you have to count the cost. And also you should be checking out what's available in your area, what resources are available in your area. And I mentioned checking out your local library. Those of you that attend church, there may be some resources there available at your church concerning starting a business, skill sets, learning basic computers, just different things to enhance what the Lord has already given you concerning your gifts and talents. And so, what you do when you're being specific and you're breaking it down, you're taking steps. You're taking steps, small steps, in order to reach the bigger goal, the bigger picture. That's what you're doing, and you're committing. You're committing to your dream. Okay, so let's see here. So I also wrote down walk circumspectly, right? Walk circumspectly. How are you living in behavior? How are you handling your dream? Because remember now, I said the my message back in the during the women's conference was your royalty, pregnant with purpose, a royal priesthood, pregnant with purpose. So how are you living? How are you behaving when it concerning your life, concerning your lifestyle design, concerning your vision, concerning your mission, your big dreams, all these things you have been talking about? How are you handling it? Right? Make the most of opportunity. While you are writing out your vision, you're looking at your mission, you're finding your purpose, and I talk about that uh, in the workshop. We are here, our purpose, believers, we are here to advance the kingdom of God. If you don't know your purpose, you must sit down and really go over that, fine tune it. And so we have your goal setting. And remember, when you're goal setting, also you're writing out things. Take one thing at a time. Some people can do two and three things. They can multitask, but that's not for everybody. For some of us, you need to only do one thing because it can become overwhelming. And then even when you're starting your vision board, remember I said you don't even have to have a vision board. Remember I said you can have a tablet, a journal, a composition book, whatever you want to use, or just grab a piece of printer paper, keep them all together. You're writing it out. You're putting things on there. You're being creative and true to you. And please celebrate your small wins and your victories. It may be small, but you're making step towards the bigger picture, right? That's what we're doing. It's progress. Embrace the setbacks and the challenges. Embrace the setbacks and the challenges. Some of us now, we're here in the month of March, and it's like things have already been challenging, even to just trying to take off. And for some of us, everything seems to have been done with ease so far, and that's so great. But even those that are having the setbacks and challenges, don't give up. Either way, don't give up. Commit to what you want to do. Commit to seeing something different. You don't want to see the same results from last year. Defy the odds. Okay, and then embrace some of your obstacle and challenges. Find ways of how to move through it. Listen to the spirit of the Lord to hear what the Lord is saying to you on how to move through it, how to navigate through it, what you need to do. And so I want to talk about also resilience and perseverance. Resilience, the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties or setbacks. We got to be able to do that. Or you can put an ABC plan in place. Well, what happens if this? What happens if that? Right? So put a plan together for that, even when you're goal setting and you're talking about your purpose. Perseverance, to continue the course of action in the face of difficulty. That means you keep on going. You don't give up, right? You keep moving forward. And so, one of the things, or some of the things I was thinking about when it comes to resilience, because I have that also um, as a printout in the workshop for you to download also, as far if you it's in the paid workshop. I added that. We talked about it a little, some of it, that imperfection in the workshop, but I actually added it as a download. The resilience, it's a free resource. So self-control, when you're talking about resilience, talking about self-control, being able to control yourself, right? Not being tempted to do things um, that you know you should not be doing, right? Tempting to watch TV, be on Facebook all day, lying on the couch, laying on the couch, when you should be working on your vision, your dream. And then having confidence, guys. You got to have some confidence in you, confidence in the word, confidence in what the Lord has spoken. You have prophecy over your life. And of course, setting boundaries, not just with others, but even setting a time frame for you. That time is for you. You're putting in the focus. You don't look to the left, you don't look to the right. You're focusing on what you need to focus on, right? You can set even boundaries for your own self, right? You can set that time frame. So also to while you're doing your goal setting and you're thinking about your purpose, think about your needs, your wants, and your desires. But before you even think about your needs, wants, and desires, just dare to dream. Just continue to dream big, and then go and start breaking it down, right? Whatever the need is, if there's, because sometimes there's a need right away. You need food on the table to be able to eat. You need clothes on your back, right? These are, no, are needs. And then you're talking about your wants and your desires. We all want a whole lot of things, right? Some of us want fancy cars, things we desire, right? We just want it just to be able to say, okay, I want to go have this, just a nice dress, nice pair of shoes. But what I'm saying is that let's keep the main thing the main thing. Writing out the vision, thinking dream, writing out your goals, being specific the time frame when you want to meet this, right? Checking on classes. Some of you may have missed the deadline for enrolling in school for this first semester, but start going ahead looking at classes for the summer. There may be some classes, personal development classes, business classes, tax classes. I mean, there's all kind of time, makeup classes, cooking classes. There's quite a few things you may want to look into if you want to go back and go back to school and get certified in some things, or in building up on your skill sets that you already have, what God has gifted you with. And listen, if the Bible says in James 1:5, if you lack wisdom, ask God for wisdom. Ask God. Say, God, I don't know what to do. I'm ready to begin, or I have already started, but I need more clarity and direction for my next. And so I want to say this, as I was getting this ready, the Lord, this came to mind, and I was thinking about Moses. And this is Exodus, the 14th chapter, 15 through the 16th verse. This is the New King James Version. And the Lord said to Moses, why do you cry to me? That's what the Lord asked Moses. Why do you cry to me? And this is what the Lord is saying to us, for those of us that are maybe feeling distress or about the situation, or even if you have started or you're not started. What I'm saying is, either way, there's still some parts of you that's still feeling uneasy. Listen, He's not going to give us all the details all at once. It's too much. There will be times when that He's given you, and the last word He's given you, go on that. We're taking a step of faith. We're moving out. And so, but yet we're still feeling like we don't know what to do. And remember what I said about perfection, or you may feeling some form of fear. But He told Moses, why do you cry before me? They coming before Him, because earlier He told the people, hold your peace, stand still, listen, hold your peace. And so we go here, He says, tell the children that I said, telling Moses to tell us, tell the children of Israel, it's time to go forward. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what's being said. I don't care what you're hearing. Please, please keep in mind about the negative talk, the inner critic voice, right? I talked about the imposter syndrome, right? That you feel like a fraud or imposter, that it's not really you. You're supposed to be finding out who the authentic, true you are. What's unique about you? You're being true to who God created you to be. But Moses said, he told him, he said, you're crying here to me and you saying all this. But the Lord said, I'm telling you all, I've already told you to go forward. I've given you all things that pertain to life and godliness. So we have to search out the matters, search the treasure within. He said, but he said to Moses, but lift up your rod. Your rod is your bread, your skill sets, your gifts and talents. He said, lift it up and stretch out your hand. Listen, stretch out your hand, stretch out your faith. That's taking action. To be able to stretch out your hand, stretch your faith, there's action involved with faith. Stretch out your hand over the sea. Now, we know the sea is a place. If you've ever been to the beach or if you've seen it on TV, we know it's a place. It can be a peaceful atmosphere and calming and relaxing, but it also can be roaring. Some things can be peaceful at times, and sometimes things can be roaring at the time. You're trying to figure out, oh goodness, what am I going to do? But he said to him, stretch out, right? Over the sea and divide it. And so I looked that up, that divided, break forth, breakthrough, command. Listen, you have the power and authority. The Lord has given us power and authority. You can command it. I remember hearing Dr. Cindy Trim in her prayer. She talks about commanding your morning, commanding your day. Listen, you break forth, you break through, you command your day. You're the one that's in charge of your time. You bring it together. You get focused. And so I am so excited about that. And he said, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. This is what the Lord is saying. You should, as you obey and do the work that God has called you to do, because remember what we are doing, we are finding purpose. If you don't already know your purpose, listen, it is to advance the kingdom of God. It's not just for what we are going to be doing just for ourselves. It's bigger than us, right? We are serving, we are making impact. So it's time. So Moses said, it's time to go forward. And so listen, so the other thing the Lord was saying to me on last week, this was before time changed, right? Before we spring forward on this past Saturday, the Lord said to me, it's Chronos time. It's Chronos time. So listen, it's time for you. Even if you fell off and you made your resolutions and you made the decisions you were going to jump in, listen, get back in alignment, get back in the game. It's time to move forward. He said, tell the children of Israel, I'm telling you, it's time to move forward. It is Chronos time. Well, what is Chronos time? It's a specific amount of time or a day or an hour. It's Chronos time. Put together that specific time of day. You're measuring your goals. You're putting a time frame to it. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. It's Chronos time, y'all. It's time to move forward. Kairos time is, y'all, it's an opportune time. It's a moment in a season, right? When at that specific moment, a season, at that opportunity, you're gonna either take advantage of it or you're not. So there's two different things. There comes a time when it's that Kairos moment. You got to be ready to go. For either one of them, you have to be ready to go. But that Kairos is more of that harvest time. I mean, you get that phone call, somebody say, "Oh, okay, yeah, we want you over here. We want you to be a part of the panel. We want you to collaborate, be on our team, be on our board. We need your expertise." And then there's time when there's Chronos time when you have got to put in the work, that research the work. Listen, and put something in daily. Focus on it. Is it going to be daily? Going to be weekly? You set the time for how you're going to work on your goals. Listen, when you're pregnant with purpose, right, spiritually and in the natural, those of us that are mothers or new mothers, or even if you never have had a child before, or you've seen things on TV, or how the birth starting, right? Pregnancy starts. Well, listen, when you're carrying the baby, even in the natural, right, and in the spirit, right, you have to prepare and plan. Don't abandon the baby. Don't abandon your faith. Believe in you, believe in the word that's over your life. Uh, take the time out to trust the process, right? You have to feed the baby. You have to don't abandon the baby. You have to feed your dreams. That means you have to work on it daily. Some of us eat 2 meals a day. Some people eat 3 meals a day. Then you need your water. Some people come when you're working on things like the word says. Some people plant the seed. Somebody else come and water. But God gives the increase. He wants to see what you're doing. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Listen, we're in the first quarter. The first quarter, we got another 2.5 weeks. We will be moving into the next. Hear that word next quarter. What is your next? The next is what the Spirit of the Lord has already told you to do. The next is, have you written down your goals? Have you put a time frame on it? Have you put the days, that chronos time? Have you decided you're going to work on it an hour or a day? What are you going to do about it? Right? So you will be ready for the Kairos moment as you preparing for the Chronos time. You're getting ready for the Kairos time, for that harvest time. Okay, so listen, I am so excited, wanted to come in and check in on everybody. Yes, Moses told the children, it's time to go forward. It's Chronos time. Get yourself ready. The summer months are coming up. We're moving into the second quarter. What is it that you want to see this year? What is it that you want to see by the summer? What is it you want to see in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years? What is it that you want to accomplish? Remember, I talked about briefly some of the things that you can do. You can listen, babysit, caregiving. Listen, you can sell your things in gardening. There's so much that you can do. You can deliver. You can deliver food. You can do babysitting. Listen, housekeeping. There's different things you can do to help propel your vision to the next level. Listen, come on, fine tune that thing. Get quiet. It's time to launch. It's time to go forward. I am so excited with coming to you again to talk about this. I am so excited. Yes, and I'm still working on my vision board. And I've already started way back on my travel. I'm working on the money aspect of it now. And there's some things that I want to kind of tidy up before the end of this first quarter of the year, which will be, we're talking about another 2.5 weeks. For those of you that are in the private group, the workshop group, please put your questions down if you have any questions. Please take advantage of the private face group time. And also, those of you that are interested in the workshop, it is available. We have downloads that I've put in place to accompany the video lessons. So please download. The information is in the description below. And you all have an awesome day. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. Blessings.